Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Batholkus, and it's time for another episode of Invincible, Season 1, Episode 4, Neil Armstrong, Eat Your Heart Out. And I just want to say happy zombie Jesus Easter to all you heathens out there that aren't celebrating on the right day, because it's actually May 2nd is when the real Easter is. But happy Easter to you guys anyway. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. But if you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, what YouTube does, takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. Also, if you want to know when I'm on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media, so Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. Very, very close to getting tiers on my Patreon page. Finally, I'm 10 subscribers away. Once that happens, there'll be stuff there. Basically, when you guys give me money after a certain period of time, I give you stuff back. And also, I have the links to this YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and for those of you who still have Facebook, a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. All right, let's get to it, shall we? Spoiler alert. I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. All right. Yes, no, maybe so. All right. Oh, there was a lot in this episode, honestly. There was a shit ton. So they are not shying away from bringing in multiple storylines and just running with it. And just remember, we're now halfway through the season. There's only 8 episodes in this season, and we're already in episode 4. So there you go. We've blown through it pretty quickly. So we start off in Egypt, where we got some guy opens up a tomb for Kahor is the name of the mummy, I guess, and he gets, I guess, possessed by it. And as he's walking out, suddenly the slab drops down in front of the door, blocking him off. So we don't know where that's going. That's just one of the myriad of plots that's actually coming out here. We also have Debbie selling Olga's house, and she has a secret file on her computer that she's been kind of checking up on Nolan and finding out what's going on. She's been digging into stuff because Damien Darkblood, of course, has given her some doubts as to Nolan and what he's been doing, what his involvement is with the Guardian of the Globe's death. So she's thinking about that. And I just want to say, who in the fuck keeps red wine in the refrigerator? Let's just get that out of the way right now. Who in the fuck puts red wine in the refrigerator? That's like putting ice cubes in your red wine. Just don't do it. I mean, that's disgusting. Well, yeah. Less said about that, the better. Yeah. And then, of course, we have Mahler, the surviving Mahler twin, I guess you could say. He's making a new clone. We got him doing his stuff there. And then we had Mark taking a trip to Mars. And we find out that the Martians are still there. They live underground. And they had an invasion of sequids, is what they're called. And the thing is, the sequids can't attach to Martians because they morph and stuff like that, and they shapeshift. But with humans, if their humans come in contact with it, it could actually take over Mars and eventually Earth. And of course, what happens? But one of the 4 astronauts that's with Mark on this one does happen to get infected and is left behind because one of the Martians takes over that astronaut's place. So he goes back with the astronauts, the Martian who's posing as an astronaut. The astronaut is actually taken over by one of the sequids, and they are basically laying waste to the Martians as they leave. So that's another plot that's coming out as well. So 2 plots, I guess you could say. You have the Martian that left. Why did they do it? And then also you have the infected human who has now basically pinpointed the sequids hive mind, so they're taking over Mars. And once they take over Mars, they're going to come after Earth as well and lay waste to it, according to the Martian King. Of course, again, voiced by the great Digimon Hanshu. Um, and then of course Damien Darkblood gets sent back to hell because Cecil knows that Nolan killed the Guardians of the Globe, but he kept telling Damien to back the fuck off the case, and he wouldn't. And so what they did was they recreated the book that can send Damien back to hell, the Demonicus Ex Mortem, and they send him back to hell, which is pretty shitty. And basically, Damon says before he leaves that Cecil's going to go to a place that's even worse than hell. Yeah, some bad stuff going on there. The new Guardians move into into the Guardians' home, and Cecil has left a big blood streak on the wall as a reminder that until they actually do something good, then he'll remove the blood streak off the wall. Yeah, that's kind of a dick move there, Cecil, but great. And on top of all of that, you have Robot takes a sample of Rexplode's blood and is cloning him. We don't know. He brings it to this chamber where you see this misshapen thing floating in there. And I don't know if it was talking or Robot was talking. I couldn't tell. And basically saying that phase one was complete. Is that right? Yes, phase one begins. That's what it was. Phase one begins. And then, of course, at the very end there, we get since Damien had actually entered the house, the Grayson's house, and he was looking around. We thought he was just looking around for clues. He wasn't. At the very end, we see that he left a tape in the closet of the Graysons, basically in Debbie's closet, and we don't know what that tape is. Most likely, it's the evidence that they're looking for of Nolan actually killing everybody. Yeah, and it's just some really fucking there's so many plot lines going on right now just in this episode alone that I don't know how they're going to keep them straight. Raymond says, yeah, I was confused on how they remade the book with AI or something. Yeah, so they had enough of it where and this is actually real life stuff too. Like the Dead Sea Scrolls, parts of them, they find them, and some of them are in tatters, so they're able to recreate it with computer imagery. Basically, they can predict what the wording is with what they have available. So there's phrases. It's the way it's written out. Yeah. Raymond says that reminded me of the reign of Superman with Superboy. Which part? The it's been a while since I've actually seen Reign of Superman or read it. So yeah, there's a lot of shit going on right now. Oh, and also Mark's relationship with Amber is going well. He actually talks to Eve about it a little bit. Eve's pissed off at him because, of course, she wanted to have a relationship with Mark, but because of everything that happened with Rexplode, and she can't, of course, obviously at this point because of everything that's happening. And well, with him and Amber, of course, with Mark and Amber, and he wants to get advice from Eve, and yeah, that's oh man, yeah. Oh, with the cloning, I don't know, man. I don't know if that cloning is with if Robot's trying to get a new body. If Robot actually, because Robot has been saying some weird things about feelings and which leads me to believe that Robot is just not an AI unit that was once human. It was somebody that was once human, is what I'm thinking that Robot was, and that there's either a brain encased inside the robot body, or I don't know if that this misshapen thing that's inside the tank is actually Robot guiding, or is the mind behind Robot, is what I'm trying to get at, and is trying to clone a new body in order to transfer their consciousness into. And since Rexplode is such a fucking asshole anyway, no one would miss him if he was taken over by somebody else, and also having the powers too. So there you go. Sorry, I had to do a little shift there, a little adjustment. So yeah, good episode, but like I said, a lot of plot lines going on here. just a lot of plot lines happening. And I did like the little stuff too, the little asides, like Mark coming home early and he's hearing some rustling around inside the house. And when he opens the door, he goes, he comes in, and mom and dad are just sitting on the couch in the dark. And I like Nolan kind of pushes the lamp back into place. He's like, hey, you're home early. Because they were fucking around. And yeah, that was just awkward, but at the same time, just really fucking funny too. Yes, there's only 8 episodes, Cheryl. That's it. Only 8. And the whole thing with Nolan taking her to Italy, and they're sitting there and the dragon is attacking in the background. And yeah, he's very nonchalant about it. He's like, let Cecil earn his paycheck. He goes, I'm on vacation with my wife. But at the same time, he's pressing her. He goes, you believe me, don't you? I need you to believe me. And he never expressly says, he never answers her question when she asks him, you didn't kill the Guardians, right? And then he says, I was the only one left alive, and I'm a superhuman. So the suspicion falls on me, is what he tells her. But he never expressly says, no, I didn't do it. So he never lied to her because he never answered the question. Yeah. Raymond says, I wonder if they'll do that Genlock to revive the doctor. Possibly. Although I think the doctor is completely dead. I don't know. Yeah, I think the doc in Genlock is completely dead. He got pretty wasted, so I don't think they're going to be able to revive him on that. But yeah, interesting stuff. Good stuff. I'm definitely looking forward to the next couple of episodes that we've got left, the 4 episodes we have left. I still like the weekly issuing of this. Invincible coming out on Friday, well, actually Thursday nights. I'm going to see how early it comes out on Thursday. If it comes out early enough where I can actually watch it and then review it, all the better. And then I can actually review it on Thursdays instead of doing it on Sundays. Because Falcon and Winter Soldier happening on Fridays, I just can't. And then, of course, Saturdays, I've got Saturday morning blast off, and that takes a little bit out of me as well. So that's why I'm trying to do that. But we'll see what happens. I'll see on Thursday what it looks like. And I'll try and give you guys a little bit of heads up on it before I actually do it. So, it says, yeah, man, I like this as much as Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah, I do too. I agree with you. I knew it was going to be good as long as they kept to the comic, which they are. I mean, from what I understand. And like I said, I only read the first 3 issues of this comic, and that was back when it first came out, like 20 some odd years ago. So I don't remember much. I just remember it was good. And yeah, it's some good stuff. And a lot of it, and I remember now, a lot of it felt like Spider-Man in a way, just because of the way they kind of go back and forth between the superheroic stuff and then also the personal life stuff, and how the two interact and affect each other. And it's actually a good cribbing from Kirkman, I have to admit. He took the best of Spider-Man and some of the DC stuff and has kind of merged it together into this Invincible world, and I'm digging it. I really am. So, so what else do I have going on this week? Well, tomorrow I'm off. Tuesday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's Godzilla versus King Kong. Wednesday I'll be off. Thursday we're going to see what Invincible's like. If it's released early enough, I can watch it and review it. If not, I'll be off. Friday it'll be Falcon and Winter Soldier. Saturday is Saturday morning blast off, or takes the genre news, the weekend news, genre stuff you guys want to talk about when we talk about it. And then Sunday, depending on Invincible, might be Invincible on Sunday there. So yeah. Raymond says, yeah, I like that he doesn't know all he can do yet. Well, also that he needs to work out too. I kind of like that. He says when he's training with his dad, he's like, shit, I need to work out now. And he's like, and his dad's like, yeah. Well, you think just these powers are going to come to you? You need to work them out in order to fly faster or get stronger, just like you would as a human. You need to work out in order to get better at your abilities. Same thing like athletes. When you're training, you need to train in order to get better at your abilities, and that's pretty much what he needs to do. And I kind of like that as well. I like that he needs to work out in order to get those abilities working better. Like the whole thing when he's trying to lift the shuttle, and he's like, "I can lift this, can I? I think so." And he's starting to lift it, and he's flying up, and then he starts coming back down with it. It's like, "Nope, come on, guys, come on!" And they give him a little boost with the rocket boosters and take him up there. Raymond says, "How was your Easter?" So Orthodox Easter's on May 2nd, which is actually the real Easter. Um, you all Catholics follow some other calendar altogether, so you don't follow the real Easter. So that's what I'm going to say right there. So it's Sunday for me, is what it is. Yeah. So the whole thing between Orthodox Easter and Catholic Easter is one follows the Gregorian calendar, the other one follows the Julian calendar. And I can't remember which one's which. But the Orthodox Easter actually follows the calendar that was supposed to be set way back over 2,000 years ago and has not changed since. The Catholic one changed it to a different thing, kind of like most of their stuff. So, sorry, but celebration of the vernal equinox. Supposedly, there's a trick in the vernal equinox that you can balance eggs, on their tips. And it's supposed to be the only time of the year, if I remember correctly. If maybe it's winter, maybe it's the winter equinox. I can't remember which one it is, but it's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be like a party trick in a way. You can actually balance them on their points, and it's the only time out of the year you can do it. It's something to do with the spin of the Earth or whatnot, and gravitational forces, and I don't know, evil spirits and whatnot. And no, I will not take responsibility for the eggs that end up on your floor. So that's all on you guys. See, Raymond, that's what happens when I was actually gonna I don't know if I came in with Sweet Zombie Jesus or not, but because I think I did mention that. That is one of my favorite lines from Futurama, by the way. Is from Hermes Conrad. Sweet Zombie Jesus. Yeah. Futurama is a great show, by the way. Or was a great show, I should say. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you to everybody who joined me today in the chat. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, what YouTube does, takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching, tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you can, hit the like button and the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also, all the links to my social media and my pages that I have, YouTube, Facebook, and a Facebook group page. So thanks, everybody. I will see you again on Tuesday for Is It Worth My Time? King Kong or Godzilla versus King Kong. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, Zombie Jesus might try and take a bite out of it. Thanks, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your weekend, too. Be safe. Take care. Be well. And wear those masks and get those vaccine shots if you can. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again on Tuesday. Have a good rest of your weekend.